All right, everyone. This is Mazske Finance. Once again, it is Tuesday, March 24th. I have a special guest with me today. This is one of my property managers, Curt, and he is at my BRRRR house in Northwest Indiana. So how you doing today, Curt?
Good, Mark. How you doing today?
Outstanding. There you are.
Yep, there we are. Turned the phone and it said technical difficulty solved. How's that?
Sounds good. Yeah, well, just
All right.
I'll let you take it from here as you walk into the house. Then you can show us the work that's been done, if that's okay.
Okay, we're here at 4965 Vermont Street. Obviously, we had to do a little bit of landscaping in the front. Looks good. I do have some guys still here working, so I caught them working for once. Just left.
All right.
We're gonna go in the front here. Quite a bit. We had a new front door put on. And then as we walk in, we can see the brand new wood floors. Are you able to see that, Mark, well enough?
Oh yeah, those floors look great to me.
Right, so add some light on. So this room was obviously completely patched, painted, redone. Floors are all redone. They were sanded down, the bare wood, and then stained. And then polyurethane is a special coat we put on there to keep the shine and protect the floors. And then as we're working, we put things down where it's heavily traveled so the guys don't mark up the floors. So we're gonna walk through the hallway here. We're finishing up work in the bathroom. The pink is disappearing, Mark. We had to sand, just to show you a little bit, we had to sand, stain, resand, prime, and then put the new paint on, which we're in the middle of. A lot of this work couldn't be done. A lot of this work couldn't be done while the guys were doing the floors, so we had several days that they had to have the house themselves to themselves.
When you paint tile like that, how long will that normally last for? Does that last like a number of years?
Yeah, it's like when you paint a tub. I don't know if you've ever had. It'll last longer because you don't have people spraying water on it. But instead of tearing down all the tile, what they do is a process. Sanding, obviously you light sand the tile and then you prime it, you let that dry, and then after you prime it, you light sand it again, and then you paint it with the proper paint. So it's like redoing a bathtub. I can show you, this room was done here. So this one was done already. Got a guy in here working.
All right, thanks for all the work you're doing there.
Yep. So this one looks really good. This is one of the bedrooms, Mark. If you can see that, I don't know if I'm walking around too fast.
I know you're fine. It looks good.
So we're gonna go from this room to another bedroom here. So again, top to bottom floors, closet, vinyl windows, which they were in here, so we were able to save all those, which is good, except for we did have to repair and replace one in the kitchen. So
okay.
And then here's, go ahead.
Yeah, remind me, this house, is this a 3-bedroom, 1-bathroom, or 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom?
No, it's a 3-in-1.
3-in-1.
3-in-1. Yeah, 3-in-1. So we're in the 3rd bedroom, which this is a smaller of the 3, but still pretty good size. I don't know if I can step back here and give you a little ground. I don't know how that's coming up on your video, Mark.
Oh yeah, it looks good. I can see the floor and the walls.
Okay. So now we're walking through. They do have a nice large closet here with new doors. All the rooms, by the way, obviously we put new doors in every room, doorknobs, hardware. Now we're going to walk into the kitchen. Since there's no hardwood floors in the kitchen, we're keeping a lot of the stuff to protect floors, but you can see how kitchen turned out. not really a lot of work to be done in here other than painting and patching. So any questions on that, Mark?
Okay, what type of floor is the kitchen floor?
It's tile. I'll show it to you. It goes along with the design of the countertop. That's where you're able to save some money. And on this house, the kitchen was predominantly we're saving, I guess, and so we didn't have to put a lot of money in the kitchen other than electrical, the GFIs, outlets, painting and patching, and new the trim work down here along the quarter round and things like that.
Okay, that all looks good to me.
But now we're going to go into the basement area. I gotta find a light switch here. Wait a second. All right, there we go. So they had this is a door to a closet here. I don't know if you remember any of this when you initially went through it. But this goes down to the basement, but there's also another door here, which I'm going to open, that goes off to that bathroom that we referred to, second bathroom.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, this is a, and forgive me, Mark, this is a 3 and a 1.5, 1.5.
1 point, that's right.
One full bathroom and 1 half bathroom. So that's this is the master bath.
Okay, cool.
Half bathroom. So, and I believe I sent you some pictures on what this looked like, that bathroom looked like before we were in there.
Right, you did. I remember looking at that. Looks a lot better now.
So a lot of things, we're going to go down the stairs. A lot of things, I mean, the work upstairs is done. A lot of the work needed to be done here in the basement since the house sat for a long time. We had to get a lot of the moisture out. Had to fix the walls. So I'm going to turn the camera around. So I don't know if you remember how the basement looked before.
Right, I do. It's looking a lot better now.
Yeah, it's good. We are installing a dehumidifier, which is sitting right there. If you can see that, that's going to be permanent. The outlets, we were able, I don't know if I told you, Mark, today I told you that we had water company come in today and try to help us with the meter. So we do have the new meter and the new yoke and everything that the water company provided for us free of charge, but they're going to come back tomorrow and finish up. So right now we just have a jumper line running in here. So as soon as that yoke gets put in, they'll have that all finished tomorrow, the water company.
Okay, and a lot of new PEX water lines are being run also, is that correct?
Yeah, that's what we're going to rerun all the PEX. Water lines, that was something that wasn't originally we thought, because it looked like the water lines are pretty good here. But age tells, they sitting for a while, and once we hit it with water, it started issues, and rather than just fixing one little spot here and here and keep continuing to coming back, just rerunning all these old lines with PEX is the easiest way to do it. That's about materials and labor for a whole house is only about $750. So it's not that right. Correct.
Yeah,
so
I put new water lines in houses in Virginia when I lived there. So my rentals there, and it was a couple $1,000 put new PEX lines with labor. So it was quite a bit more than what's costing up in Indiana.
Right. I mean, it does depend on who you get, but we have one guy he's very good at this, at doing PEX and the fittings and everything, and he can just come in by himself and just wipe it out. So we're pretty happy with him. I don't know if you remember, we had to redo some of their AC's on at the house right now. So you do have central air and central heat here. We had some new work done to the furnace. We're able to save the furnace. So that was a money saver there.
Okay.
We didn't have to install a new furnace, so we did have an HVAC company come out and check it out and work on it and getting it up and going again. So in fact, he was here today, earlier this morning. We were going over some things, so at least we got to save several thousands of dollars with the HVAC. by restoring what was here.
All right, that sounds good then. That sounds good.
Right.
So,
So now I'm going to walk back up our stairway here.
all right.
And I'll be able to walk outside here and give you a little showing of what we had with the. So the yard has a gated fence, if you can see.
Right.
So we're gonna walk in the back here. Everybody left. I told them I was gonna talk to the owner, so I guess they didn't want to be on camera. Camera shy.
That's it, right?
So this is what I was explaining to you, how they had run all the water out of the house, whoever previously lived here. So if you can see how they had this on the outside and they ran this all the way around. So that's good to get the water out of the house, but it's not good to run it right back along the foundation. So this is where it was originally running to. It was running right alongside the house right here, if you can see that, Mark.
Oh, okay, right. I see that. I got you.
Right. So that was that southeast wall I was talking to you about.
Okay, cool.
Correct.
Right.
So, so we're getting there. They should be coming back and getting this wrapped up in the next couple of days. I gave them a punch list that I wanted taken care of. Normally through all these projects, you give them initial scope of work. We talk about pricing, material costs, things like that. And then once they get to us, I go back and several times throughout the week, check on certain things, especially when they need phase payments or things like that. Or if they have a problem, we come back over and figure that out. And then at the end, when they put in for a final, we do a punch list, and that's just to walk through and just button up everything. These guys are in the house every day, and sometimes they just overlook stuff. So a fresh set of eyes always helps.
So, all right, that sounds good. Now let me ask this. I want to run through some numbers real quick. I got a question for you about something, okay?
Okay. I don't have any numbers in front of me, but that's okay.
Yeah. All right. Well, for anybody's watching, you've heard me say this before, but when I bought this house, if I remember right, I paid $45,000 for it. And with all the work that's being done, the final numbers aren't in yet, but it's going to come in probably somewhere around 15,000 plus or minus, for the rehab work that's been done. So let's say roughly all in is approximately $60,000. All right. So my question to you, Curt, then is, what do you expect that this house will rent for once you start advertising it?
I believe we had this one that, since it is a 3 and 1.5. Don't quote me on this, Mark, because I have the numbers at the office with Vicky. The low price is 13, I believe. Is that what I quoted you to begin with?
I believe so.
Okay. Right. So 1,300 is is where we're at for this property. I know that there is a couple of rental properties on this block that other people that we know have them, and their figures are lower, but the rental market here in Gary is going up quite a bit, and plus there's a big high demand for rental properties, and so it's very good for us that we can get the rents that we're looking for in these houses.
Right, I agree, Curt. And this thing is, you and I met one time, when I was up there, but we've been in touch quite a bit over the last 3 to 4 years. And when I first started buying houses, I think the rents were around that 750, 800, 850 range. But now when you do the rehabs, rents are up, like you said, maybe 1,200, 1,300, 1,400, that range around there.
Right. Correct. Yeah, they've come up quite a bit. I don't think we even have any houses that are under 1,000 anymore. I mean, we have 1 or 2 that might be 950, but those are 1-bedroom, smaller properties. But anything, to be honest, 3 bedrooms is the way to go, 3 and more. they seem to run a lot faster and easier. The 2 bedrooms seem to take a little longer. And so we have a lot of families that we're looking for properties that want 3 or more bedrooms.
Right. Okay. I got you. All right. That sounds good, Kurt. I appreciate this. If you want, what I'll do here in just a minute is I'll wrap up the recording. And once I stop recording, you can stay connected. I'll chat with you just briefly while we're not recording, if that's fine with you.
All right. Sounds good.
All right. Sounds good. I appreciate it, Kurt. So for my property manager, Kurt, let's give him a round.
All right.
Some hands there. Yeah, he's a great guy. He helps out my entire mastermind group, so we appreciate this. So for Kurt and for Mazske Finance, we appreciate you watching this video, and I will be signing out.